Hey guys, welcome to SoulTrek. It is nowhere near death. I'm still up here in Colorado. I apologize for that last podcast. I had my ammonia levels were kind of high, which makes me a little goofy, and my dog was being pretty crazy. But it has been well a bit of a long 3 weeks. I just want to kind of go through a couple of things here. First of all, it's very pretty up here. It has also rained for 17 out of 19 days, if you can believe that. So it's extremely hard to plan anything or get anything done outside, especially when you're doing dispersed camping. Um, but it's already snowed a couple of inches. Yesterday, it hailed, thunderstorms, snowed. So I am trying my best right now to figure out a way out of here. But visited two very good churches, talked to one about getting their mental health ministry going, and I promise I will start planning these a little better. And I apologize if there's any background noise that you can hear because it's extremely windy up here. I'm kind of slowly packing out of here. So bear with me if you can hear my tent blowing around. It'd be a lot worse if I was outside. And I've got the dog, and he doesn't have his service dog vest yet, so I can't like go into Starbucks or anything. But he'll have one soon. Um, so going on this journey, it was a journey to help people, to help spread awareness to mental health, specifically with youth, um, using faith-based counseling, coaching, things like that, which I'm certified in, and doing addiction and recovery, doing some public speaking. I just had a podcast come out on Life 88 under Wow God Stories, if you want to hear that. It's about 10 minutes long. It says God came and got me, or He came and got me, and it's got my name on there, Ryan Graves. So if you want to listen to that, that'd be great. They wanted me to share it. So anyway, yeah, just sitting here in the tent. And I want to point something out. Most ministries, which I'm trying very hard to start, and again, um, if you've listened to me before, I went through a couple of near death experiences. Um, I was born again, saved, delivered from my addiction, delivered from a mental illness that I was not even really aware I was self medicating for, which was obsessive compulsive disorder. And now I am just letting God lead me and seeing where it takes me and seeing who I can help right now. And I will not do this again unless I need to, unless whoever I'm working with needs more help, because I want to make sure, I want to make it clear that I'm not boasting in any way. But there's a family here up at the dispersed camping area that I met the first night they were here, and excuse me, he just took a job. He's a mechanic, and he's been a mechanic for a long time. He's about 40 years old. He had an addiction problem. Actually, ended up doing some time, about a year. Found God. He's been saved, but they had a run of bad luck. And basically, he had just started this job, just came up here to Colorado, didn't have a ride to work. I happened to be passing by, saw him working on his car, sounded like he threw a rod or a piston. So I pulled over and asked him if I could do anything. And so I'm taking him to work this week before I head to Utah. And again, this hasn't been an all bad trip, and really nice family and everything else, but it's him, his wife, two kids. They've got like 4 tents set up, but they're kicking everybody out of the off the mountain kind of early. It already snowed. They don't have road clearing up here where I'm at, so they don't want anybody getting stuck up here, and certainly I would imagine don't want anybody um, getting in any worse trouble than that up here stuck in the snow. So, and it, like I said, it's beautiful. Made it to Garden of Gods yesterday morning. Um, I've also got a YouTube channel. If you want to check that out, it's SoulTrek 2023 is my handle on YouTube. So you can check that out. And I do want to ask, because I'm trying to get everything really started. If you have a chance to subscribe to my podcast, that would be great, because I need to start monetizing things so I can keep doing this, keep helping people, keep learning. I'm still in school for my degree in divinity, but I've got a good start going here. And I don't know, it feels wonderful. I feel very close to God. Garden of the Gods was very pretty. The weather up here is just wacky. I'm at Woodland Park. And I don't know if you've ever been to Florida or down on the Gulf Coast or anything like that, but it rains almost every day for a couple of hours. Here it rains every day for about 4 or 5. Only the rain is extremely cold, and it comes with thunderstorm usually. So, and somehow my dog got out yesterday when I was coming back from taking him to work, taking Johnny to work, and tied himself. It was almost, I don't think I could have done the job that he did, tying himself to a tree stump and my lawn chair, my camping chair. We used to call them lawn chairs. Anyways, um, so in starting a new ministry, I wanted to point out that money is obviously a necessary evil, and it's also very hard to come by. And especially when you're sick, like I was for 2 years, actually over that. And I've got to go back to Kansas City in November for yet another surgery. They're going to see if they can start taking some of the Frankenstein hardware out that they put me back together with. God bless them. Um, most of the time, when people are ready to start their own church, start their own ministry, things like that, they're able to do donations, which I've been working on for the better part of close to a year and a half. And I've gotten less than $1,500. And this is from Facebook. I've got 2,400 followers and things like that. Um, it's been eye opening for me. And I had put something up there as well, because the family that I'm helping out, I drive him to work every day, but that's 45 minutes each way. So I'm driving 3 hours a day to take him to work. And again, I'm not boasting. I'm not saying, haha, I'm better than anybody else or anything like that. I'm just simply doing what is our duty as Christians. And I wanted to read a few verses for you guys. Um, and just how emphatic the Bible is on this. Proverbs 11:25. Whoever brings blessing will be enriched. The one who waters with it will himself be watered. Proverbs 19:17. Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they've done. Proverbs 22:9. The generous will themselves be blessed, for they share their food with the poor. Matthew 25:44-45. They also will answer, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty or stranger needing clothes? I think I did this verse, this last short podcast that I did. Needing clothes, unknown caller, or sick or in prison, and did not help you. He will reply, truly, I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me. And actually in that verse, he tells them that if they don't, that, they're in trouble. Mark 10:21. And Jesus, looking at him, loved him and said to him, you lack one thing. Go sell all that you have and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. And come, follow me. Luke 30:10-11. Starting to get the gist of this. What should we do then? The crowd asked John. John answered, anyone who has 2 shirts should share with one who has none, and anyone who has food should do the same. Luke 6:28, give and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you use, it will be measured to you. So, again, I want to iterate that it is our duty as Christians to try to love our neighbor as we love ourselves, and to try to help out. Generosity is very key on being a Christian. Now, I'm not saying this because of my money situation, but I put pictures up of his family, the guy that I'm helping out, and took a picture of their campsite. And again, he's got a job. They're waiting on moving in the house. They ran into some bad luck with the car and some other things, so I'm making sure they can eat, and he's getting to work so he doesn't lose hours or, God forbid, lose his job. Um, his boys are 6 and 9, and I mean, that's a crazy situation to be in. And sometimes people just need to know that other people can be there for them, that they believe in them. And he told me when I was taking him to work the first time, he said, normally I would not even accept this help. He said, I don't know why I am from you. And I said, well, I'm glad that you are. I said, that's kind of one of the things that I'm here for. Um, that's what I'm doing, running around the country right now. So, um, I just wanted to kind of press that because it seems like we live in a world that has just got their eyes covered, and the only thing that they want to see is a mirror. The only problems that matter are theirs. When if everybody just did even a little bit of this in their daily lives, everyone's lives would be better. Um, I've got a guy I know pretty well. We were talking the other day about giving, and since after being born again, I really don't have the option. Even if I wanted to turn my back, I couldn't, and I don't want to, but I couldn't. I'm bound by the promise that I made, the cross that I bear, the direction that I'm going in my life. I'm bound by it, and I'm absolutely 100% fine with that. I'm great with it. I love to see people get what they need to get, and I wish that I had it to spread around. But it was, like I said, it was mind blowing to me, and still is. I posted pictures and everything else, and I said, at the very least, maybe we can all pull together a little bit of money, and I'll take the guy to work and back, and make sure that his family's eating this week. And he said he's going to try to square up with me. I told him just to do whatever he feels comfortable doing at the end of the week. And so, and not one person out of 2,700 people, not one person thought to try to help them out. I guess I just don't understand it. And maybe it is the being born again. Maybe it's accepting Christ into my life and that I've changed so much, but it doesn't make any sense to me. If you have it and you can, don't you feel a certain way when you walk away from that, even though it's your duty? I don't know. That's something to think about, though. I mean, at the very least, if you're thinking about strengthening your faith, if you're thinking about becoming a Christian, if you think you are a Christian, reread a lot of the Bible. Take some time with it, try to internalize it, and realize that if we live by the lessons that we're taught, the world would be such an easier place. And I'm going to do a sermon on, well, basically on the tongue and the way that we speak to each other and how hard it is to maintain, even for me sometimes. But anyhow, I just wanted to bring that up today and say that it has been an experience up here. I managed to get some footage and put a video together, but it starts storming rain, and then my hotspot doesn't work well, and so I'm pretty ready to go. So probably the next time I do another podcast, I'll either be on my way to Green River, Utah, which is one of the first places that I stayed when I left. The first time I left Kansas City, I was about, I believe, 23 years old. And I had been going to Florida and learned to surf. And then I had a buddy that was in the Navy, and they got decommissioned, his squadron, early, and he got his full GI Bill and everything else. Well, I went out there and saw him and helped him move back. And so I saw San Diego and Vegas, and we went several different places. And I thought, I've got to get out there and look around. There's too much going on. So I sold everything that I had, fit what I could have in my car, and took off. And Green River's the first place I stopped. And I gotta say, I'm not trying to be negative at all, but I am not a giant fan. I love the mountains, and I love these Sierra Nevada mountains up South Lake Tahoe and things like that. But Colorado Springs, I thought was going to be. I've got a friend that moved here not too long ago, and I thought it was going to be a lot nicer, a lot cleaner. It just isn't. And so, but again, it is beautiful. Like I said, Garden of the Gods was pretty cool. It was pretty neat. I didn't get quite as much time as I wanted there, but I had to do what I could do without it pouring rain on me. So, although I probably need a shower after my dog's name is Abel. After Abel tied himself to the tree stump in my chair yesterday, he managed to pretty much get everything in the tent filthy right after that because he was freezing cold. It was about 50 degrees outside and he'd been soaking wet. So I'm not sure if he had himself tied there to get hailed on or not, but he definitely got a little snow on him. And I pulled up and he was just sitting there, and I thought, it's like a reverse Houdini what he does with his leash. But anyways, so the next time I talk to you guys, I'll be on my way to Utah, or I will be there. So, and again, my website is the SoulTrek, thesoultrek.com. And if you're in a position, I could sure use it now, get everything started. There is a give page on my website. I'm going to be redoing some of it too, because I've got some more content to put on there, and I've got to make the video from Garden of the Gods, and I'm going to start doing sermons as well. I'm still open for counseling also. I've been doing, it's not like I got my certifications and I'm not doing it. I've been doing pro bono work through glue.us for over a year now. And so, yeah, just shoot me an email at ryan@thesoultrek.com and let me know, or go to my website. And actually, it's probably a better idea. Go to the website and fill out the discovery call. That way you can schedule that. You can get a free 30-minute call. We can see what's going on and go from there. But I will catch back up with you guys either on the way to Utah or in Green River, Utah, which is also another beautiful place. Also very calm, very quiet, warm, sunny. No more winter crazy mountain thunderstorms. But God bless everyone. And I hope today found you and your family doing well. And I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.